Hello, first grade. This is Mrs. Ball, and we're going to review our reading lesson today. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to review Wonders Reading Series, Unit 3, Week 1, Day 2. Our standards are SL 1.1a, follow agreed upon rules for discussion, for example, listening to others with care, speaking one at a time about the topics and text under discussion. RF 1.3c, no final E and common vowel team conventions for representing long vowel sounds. RF 1.3g, recognize and read grade appropriate irregularly spelled words. RL 1.3, describe characters, settings, and major events in a story using key details. And L.11e, use verbs to convey a sense of past, present, and future. Our I can statements. This is what we are going to be able to do. I can take part in group discussions. I can use long vowel patterns, spelling patterns. I can read irregularly spelled words. I can describe characters, settings, and events in a story, and I can use verbs to show when something happens. Our essential question is, how do we measure time? Oral vocabulary words, calendar, a chart that shows the days, weeks, and months in a year. Juan looks at the calendar to count the days until Thanksgiving. How might you use a calendar? So, what are some things that you can do with a calendar? That's right, you can count the number of days in a week. And how many days are in a week? 7 days. You can count the number of weeks. You can figure out when a holiday is upcoming. Those are some fantastic things that you can do with the calendar. Occasion, a special time or event. Sometimes we celebrate a special occasion with a party. What is your favorite special occasion? What is your favorite special event? It could be a holiday. It could be something that you look forward to doing with a family member or a friend. Okay, so Christmas is an occasion that was not too far ago that we celebrated. So that might be a special occasion that you look forward to celebrating with your family. Weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There is no school on the weekend, so the children stay home and play. What do you do on the weekend? Let's make connections. What are some ways we measure time? So how do you know it's 1 hour going into the other hour? What do you use? A clock or a watch. And even our phones can tell us. Phonics. Let's review long A. Let's blend the words. All right, I have the letter A here. And if I keep looking, I see the letter E at the end of the word. E is going to give all of its energy over to A so A can say its name. Aim, same. Your turn. Remember, I see an E at the end, so what does that mean? Exactly, all of its energy is going over to A so A can say its name. Late. This is a blend, so what does SN say? Very good. Keep blending. Snake. What word is it? Tape. Very good. Next word, what is it? Blend. Game. Gave. Very good. Remember, E makes A say its name. Gave. Gave. 8. Not the number, but something that you eat for dinner or lunch or snack. She ate a slice of pizza. 8. Cane. Very good. What's this word? Take. Awesome. Fame. Date. There's another blend. What does SK say? Sk. Very good. Skate. What word is this? And that's the blend at the beginning. Grade. Do you remember what CH said? Ch. The word is chase. All right, let's look at our structural analysis. Contractions with not. Two words, is not. It's going to become isn't. Isn't is the contraction, which is a word made by putting two words together. Isn't is a shorter way of saying is not. The apostrophe, which is this in parentheses, stands for the letter O in not. This letter was removed or taken away when the contraction was formed. Are not. The contraction is going to be aren't. What letter was taken away? The O. Very good. And you see how it becomes one word? See, right here we have space in between those words. But right here, there's not any space. Cannot. It becomes can't. So this time I got rid of two letters. The extra N, the O is not there. The apostrophe is in its place. Can't. Was not. Wasn't. So we bring that N over. We have the apostrophe. Wasn't. Were not. Weren't. So I bring the N over and I have my apostrophe T. Has not will become hasn't. I bring the N over. I replace the letter O with an apostrophe. The word is hasn't. Have not. Haven't. The N comes over so it can be one word. The apostrophe takes the place of the letter O. The word is haven't. Let's look at our high frequency words. Away. Spell the word away. A-W-A-Y. Can you come up with a sentence using the word away? Let me hear you say it. Very good. Next one. Now. Let's spell now. N-O-W. Some. Let's spell. S-O-M-E. Some. Today. Let's spell it. T-O-D-A-Y. Today. The next word. Way. W-A-Y. Way. Which way did he go? Why? W-H-Y. Why? Shared read. We will reread the fantasy story, Nate the Snake is Late. As we read, we will look for information in the text to help us understand the story. Remember, a fantasy story has imaginary characters, settings, and events. Things in a fantasy story could not happen in real life, and it has a narrator who tells the story. So our title is Nate the Snake is Late. It is 8 o'clock, and I cannot be late. I do not wish to make my pals wait. I must be there at 10:30, but I have lots of time until then. All stories have a narrator or someone who tells the story. When the narrator is one of the characters in the story, the character will use words like I and me to tell the story. This is called first-person point of view. This story is about Nate. Who is telling the story? I see the words I and my. I There it is. Then there's the word my. This tells me that Nate is telling the story himself. The story is in the first person. Nate is a snake. Snakes cannot really do what Nate does, so I know that this is a fantasy. At last, I am set and on my way there, but I think I still have some time to spare. I wade in this lake as frogs hop away. I do not think they wish to play. The words say, but I think I still have some time to spare. Nate is talking about himself, so he is the narrator. Okay, let's read the text on page 19 aloud again. I wade in this lake as frogs hop away. I do not think they wish to play. Who is telling the story on this page? The frogs or Nate? You're right, it is Nate. And how do you know? You see those words, I, very good. The sun is hot and I nap on a rock. Then I wake up and gaze at the clock. Drats, it is 10 o'clock. Can it be? Will my pal still be there for me? I dash up a lane and past the gate. I am on my way, but am I late? My 6 best friends sit with Miss Tate. I tell them all why I am late. They grin at me and then they say, now we can hear the story today. Remember, when we read fiction, we can use the text to find details about the characters, the setting, and the plot. A character is a person or animal in a story. The setting is where and when a story takes place. The plot of a story is what happens at the beginning, the middle, and end. On page 16, we can find out what happens in the beginning of the story. The text says that it is 8 o'clock and that Nate does not want to be late. Where can we find out what happens in the middle of the story? So, at the beginning, he wakes up because he does not want to be late, so he's awake. So what else happens after that? Okay, he's on his way. So we can look at pages 18 and 19 to see what he does. Okay, and then he takes a nap on page 20. So he wakes up, he gets ready, he goes out, he stops at the lake, and he takes a nap. So he stops at the lake and he takes a nap in the middle of the story. And what happens at the end? Now you tell me. Very good. Let's move on to grammar and let's learn about verbs. A verb is a word that shows action. All of these animals or people are doing something. Flying, jumping, running or walking, and eating. Those are all verbs. All right, so I can be your partner and you're gonna work with me to identify the verb. The ape hangs on a branch. What does the ape do? He hangs. Dale and Jane play a game. What do? They play. Blake and Ann walk to school. What do? They walk. They stop at a ramp. What do? Stop. They skip up and down. What do? Skip. Now Blake and Ann run to school. What do? They run. Let's act out these verbs. Jump. I see you jumping. Good job. Hop. Skip. Dance. Wiggle. Smile. All right, let's look at commas in a series. When a writer uses 3 or more verbs in a row, there is a comma after all but the last verb. Let's correct the sentence. We hop, skip, and jump in the game. They do 3 things, and we need some commas to identify what they are. We hop, skip, and jump in the game. We need a comma after the word hop. a comma after the word skip, and that's it. We need a comma after the word hop, comma after the word skip, and then we can finish writing the rest of our sentence. A duck can quack, swim, and sit. I see one comma, but I need one more. Where should it be? A duck can quack, swim, and sit. It should be after the word quack. Very good. All right, that concludes today's reading lesson. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.